Everybody, welcome back to another daily drop here on TarHeelIllustrated.com. I'm THI publisher Andrew Jones, and the topic today is North Carolina Tar Heels football, in particular, head coach Mack Brown. How much does Mack have left in the tank? I'm going to hit on that here in just a minute, but first, quick reminder, for just $8.33 a month, you can be an insider too, a Tar Heel Insider. That's all it costs for a one-year subscription, TarHeelIllustrated.com. You get all kinds of stuff that we do, all of our access to everything that we do, including our message boards, which are not us. It's all of our amazing subscribers and intelligent subscribers who have usually respectful banter. Sometimes it gets a little out of hand, but that could also be a little entertaining from a distance, if you will. But a lot of smart people just like you. If you're a passionate Carolina fan and you're looking for a place to hang out with other passionate, smart, knowledgeable Carolina fans, our message boards, Four Corners for basketball, Blue Heaven for baseball, or for football rather, perfect places to hang out. It's a lot better than some of the super public options out there, trust me. And you'll find people that are a lot like you on the board. So it's just $8.33 a month for a one-year sub. Okay. I did a one-on-one interview with Mack Brown on Zoom on Tuesday, last Tuesday. We went a little over an hour. I didn't need anybody to tell me this. I already kind of knew because I've had a lot of time around Mack, so I kind of get it. I think I understand him quite a bit. But I thought it was really interesting when I was in Charlotte at the ACC kickoff, how many people in the media, especially from that cover other schools, came up to me who saw the interview and said, I didn't realize Mack had so much left in the tank until I saw that interview. He doesn't strike as a guy who's almost 73 in the interview. He doesn't strike as a guy who's riding this thing out into retirement during the interview. He also didn't strike them as someone who is counting the days, someone who figures that they've gotten about as much as they can out of this second stint at UNC, and that's about it. A couple of guys actually said, he sounds like someone who just got the job like a year ago. And he's excited about what they did to change things in year one. And there's so much to look forward to. And I thought that was interesting because that didn't really strike me so much during the conversation. Not that my antenna was up for something like that. It did strike me that Mack is Mack. I mean, he's a master communicator. He doesn't shoot from the hip. He thinks things through thoroughly. And I think he's pretty honest. Now, in postgame sometimes, and he'll admit this, he'll acknowledge this, sometimes you haven't had a chance to see everything. You're a little emotional after a loss especially. And he even says he goes back the next day and he'll look at a couple of things he said in postgame. He's like, shouldn't have said it. So I judge him a lot more on what he says on Monday anyway. On Monday, he's got a chance to go through the process of reviewing everything. There's a little filter there. That's okay. I've got no problem with that because there's filter everywhere with everything. But he's never struck me as a guy that's too tired to coach. And that's what some people out there try to spin with the narratives. And when I talked to him Tuesday, and then I was around him Thursday in Charlotte, he's got a ton left in the tank. I asked him about how he evaluates the future, if there's a timetable, if there's some trigger signs that will get him to think about maybe stepping down. And he didn't concede anything like that. And it came up again Thursday in Charlotte. And again, he said a lot of the same things he said to me. And some of the examples, Joe Paterno and Bobby Baldwin, they're like 84 and 83 years old. And Max at some conference with them. And he's like, what are you guys doing? What are you still coaching for? And they told him why. And I thought the two reasons were interesting. Not surprised about Joe Paterno. I've got a good friend who went to Penn State and knows a lot about Paterno and used to say Paterno has no hobbies. All he does is coach football. That's all he does. It's all football all the time. So Paterno didn't have anything else. Max says that Bobby Bowden told him that once I stop coaching, and this is Bowden speaking, the next significant thing that happens in my life will be my death. So I asked Mack toward the end of the interview, and if you haven't seen it, please check it out. I said, do you fear waking up and not having a team? Do you fear Sally waking up and not having a team? And he said no, because he's already done it. When he was at ESPN, he was away for 5 years from coaching, but he was around football. So I don't think Mack is operating in the same kind of way that Joe Pa and Bobby Bowden were. I think it's more Bill Snyder. Most of you probably know who Bill Snyder was. Kansas State used to be an absolutely horrific program until Bill Snyder took over, and Kansas State became a damn good program. Then he left, retired, and Kansas State struggled. He came back, and they were winning again. He retired at 78, and he told Mack, this is according to Mack here, hey, man, you got a lot of tread left on that tire. You got a long way to go. So I think as far as Mack and how long he's going to stay around, I think it's going to be exactly what he said. If his health holds up, as long as the program is winning at this level and above, and as long as the university will have him, he's going to coach. And there will not be a succession plan. He had that at Texas with Will Muschamp, did not work out. He doesn't want to do that again. Now, maybe quietly there might be some kind of plan, but not publicly. I don't see that happening unless, certainly in his frame of mind now, that's not going to happen, but I don't see it happening down the road. He'll know when it's time, and he'll walk away at that point. Now, could there be pressure if they have a tough season this year and a tough season 2025? Yeah, there could be pressure. He might think he can't get the job done, but I'm not going to deal in hypotheticals there because the seasons haven't been played yet. As of this moment, with fall camp kicking off and everything else, I think Mack has a ton left in the tank. I think he's going to coach for the foreseeable future. I get asked this a lot, and I usually say I don't think retirement is anywhere near his radar right now. He actually, this is a sidebar for a moment, but he actually said, it may have been, it was when he was talking with me, that at Texas, the last couple of years, he started thinking about retirement and not being there anymore. And the product on the field suffered. He understands that he has to be 100% locked in every day. Cannot have anything else tugging at him in order for him to do the job that he must do. So since he's been through that, I think that will help him now whenever he decides it's time to walk away. And he won't allow some of the interference that he did at Texas to happen at North Carolina. So the question goes out to you guys. How much longer do you think he'll coach? How much do you think he has left in the gas tank? I'm telling you, from the experiences I've had around him and the people that I know him, I think he's got plenty left in the tank. As long as his health holds up and they win enough games, I don't see him stepping down anytime soon. But what do you guys think? How much longer do you think he goes? How much do you think he has left in the tank from your vantage point? I think it's a very fair question. And I think you guys, most of you, probably have a pretty good handle on things. You can give a fairly thoughtful response. So let us know what you think on our Facebook page, here on Twitter, and of course on our message board. And if you do not want to sign up to THI, a lot of people don't want to give out information. I get that. That's why we've started a Venmo option. The link is in the description below this video. You can donate on Venmo. That way you're not tied in with giving up a bunch of information and stuff. Although I think it's better if you just sign up for a subscription to the site because you get more bang for your buck. You actually get a lot for it. But anything you guys want to do helps, show appreciation, see more of this content. It costs a lot of money to run the business. I know some people are like, dude, why are you doing the Venmo thing? Because it costs a lot of money to run the business, period. If people aren't going to sign up, and a lot of people have told me why they don't want to sign up, because of giving out information, we've created another avenue. That's all. Not forcing anybody to, not begging for it. It's just giving you an option if you appreciate everything that we do here at Tar Heel Illustrated. Guys, let me know what you think about Mack. I think he's got a ways to go. Give me your thoughts. I'm AJ, and I appreciate you stopping by.